Hi ladies, it's Diane O'Brien again, your executive recruiter. This clip is part of the 10 clip series that I'm doing to help college grads, or actually freshmen, sophomores, junior, seniors, hopefully the earlier the better. I'm covering a lot of different topics of the little things you don't learn in school and things separate from the basics like your resume and things people tell you to get ready and how to interview skills. That's all very important. There's a lot of little things you'd be doing in between the lines and while you're in college to help prepare you. And this clip in particular, I want to speak about entrepreneurship. I touched upon this when it came about being a little bit aggressive about what you want in life, not being afraid to go after it. However, to be an entrepreneur, I think all of us have that in us. It's more of a creative side. Perhaps not, some people like to maybe have a certain job or they're told what to do. But for many of us women, I think we're just naturally born creative. I mean, we create in our home, in our life, and we're kind of artists and making up what we want to do as we go. And it's important for you to kind of exercise that muscle in college. I guess, looking back on my own college career, I probably didn't know that was an option. I was going to go to school and get a good job, and I'd take the job, I guess, that would be offered to me. And I wish I had someone more speaking in my ear that, the world's a big place. You can do whatever you want and you can create the job of your dreams. So if you can take more time to focus on that, and if the world doesn't offer the job that you're looking to get or go for, that's where being an entrepreneur comes in. You can create it. And especially with the internet and the way you can market things and online, or just like what I'm doing, this video clip to get information out there to help other people. You can do that, and often you can do it for free. I guess, if you find something that you love to do, it might not always make you money right away. In fact, mentoring for me isn't a paid gig. I guess I shouldn't say that. I do get paid on that when it comes to for recruiters when I'm helping them, get better contracts. I do take percentages of that sort, but students I'm always for free. And speaking, although there are speaking paid engagements. I spoke at colleges for free also, just because it's something I love to do, and I'm not needing to make money from it, so to speak, I guess, right now. However, if I would have been more aware of this type of thing, back in college, I probably would have gone after that separate from going down the sales road or then into, I loved executive recruiting still, but maybe not the part of the job I didn't like when it came to maybe the research side or sourcing. I would have gone right into the talking, the interviewing, and then the business development side and things I'm doing now. So don't be afraid, again, to figure out what you want to do and then create that niche. And really, for coming out of college, you can go two different routes. And for a while there, I used to always tell people, just because it worked for me, to maybe go after a large company first, because I had GE hired me right out of college, and it was great because being a large company, they gave me a lot of training that then really attracted other companies later. Being at GE, I got the Six Sigma training, and just a lot of process improvement, and I can't remember the Miller Hyman or Dale Carnegie, all the different training courses. I got to put all those on my resume, and I wasn't even looking for that. So that really did proved well for me, because that company then attracted other companies. However, after I left the GE and the SmithKlines, when I had my first taste of a smaller entrepreneurial company, I never went back. It was so exciting to be a part of a small company that was growing, that my work was, just really key to helping the company grow. You really felt a part of things, and then the money was so much better. And again, I'm not sure how it goes for all companies, but small companies are just a great place to really blossom and to be a part of something. And I know that company, I still look back at them as being kind of a family. Many of them were, in my wedding or at my wedding, and still close friends. We still get together all these, 10, maybe almost 15 years later. So look for those small entrepreneurial companies. They're not as easy to find. They might be advertising the way that you would think the big companies do, but often one company just locally here to my house that I found was by figuring out, again, creating your own job, exactly who you want to work for, where you want to work, what did I want that to entail, whether it was travel or no travel, money, what my days would be like, and balance, and then find the company that can give that to you. So you can definitely be an entrepreneur and not have to open your own company. In fact, Salesforce, which is a company I've had for many years, I started, I guess it was back in 2003, still have it to this day. It's just kind of a little bit more inactive as I've been working and doing business development and consulting for companies as a W-2 again. But it's always still been active, and for a good, I guess, 5 or 7 years there, was making, fantastic money, always six figures and doing well, and that was my business. I hired some employees for a while, and then for a while backscaled that when I didn't need employees, had a partner for a while, and just, took on jobs when I needed them. And that's something you can do yourself, and it's not as scary. I could do a whole series into just incorporating your own business. It seems so big and like a big deal, but it's not. As far as my first one was an LLC, I think. And then there's some, tax things you have to learn, which are paying, bookkeeping. There's other hats you'll have to wear, but it's a great learning experience, and nothing feels better than just running your own life. And it allowed me to really hit all the milestones that I wanted to hit as far as, I guess, the financial ones when it comes to wanting to buy maybe a second home or your cars in cash or what have you. But separate from the money, it really allowed me to feel like I was the leader of my own destiny, that I could do whatever I wanted to do. I no longer had to work for clients I didn't like or want to work with. It then didn't become as much about the money, but I realized it was about the freedom in the life. And so it's a lot of life lessons you get with having your own business that I would highly recommend. But again, to finish this clip, I'll keep this one short, it's a little over 5 minutes here. That to be an entrepreneur, and I think all of us women, I think, have that creative side. You don't have to start your own business to do that. You can find a company that will let you blossom into your creativity. And then later, if you want to go out and do your own company, again, find a mentor. I'd be more than happy. I've helped women before learn the steps it took for how I did it in starting their own business. And I've helped other men as well. I know a business partner kind of explaining, don't be afraid, go for it. If you get fired from a job, that can be the best thing that ever happened to you. I remember saying that to people, and they looked at me like I was crazy, but they would tell you now I was dead on. They have their business now, and they're making millions, where they would have been making maybe a couple $100,000 at a corporate job, which is great. But especially these are guys I'm thinking of right now. They didn't have kids, or they did have kids, but the mom was more focusing on that. So men can often really just go for it and not and give it their all. For me with my business, it was kind of 50-50. Business wasn't the most important thing. And wanting to be home and all of that has always been more important. Or at least always since kids were, maybe 5 or 6. So anyway, I'm getting off track here, but I'm just, want to make sure that you know that entrepreneurial side, don't be afraid of it, embrace it. That's where you'll make the most money. I think that's where you'll be the most happiness, whether it's your own business or within a company that'll let you be expressive. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't, if you take a job with a certain job description and that becomes who you are, you might have to, I suppose, right out of school, but, keep your eye on the big picture to get to where you want to be. And again, never box yourself in. That's one thing I learned. Just because I was a salesperson and because I was good at it and could make money, didn't mean I had to always be a salesperson. It took a mentor of mine to help open my eyes to that, and which gave me the recruiting position. And then from there, I realized I could have my own business. Why not? And then from there, I realized I didn't have to just always stay within my own business. I could then network out and consult then with companies, which would give me, again, that great travel where I was on my own dime. Having your own business, you pay for everything. It is nice when you have a corporate credit card and a company paying for everything. So, I've incorporated both those over the years, and you can do the same thing. Mine was in recruiting. Yours could be in whatever realm you want to do. Even the science and the ITs. I have many examples I can give young women of women entrepreneurs I've worked with, even hired for over the years or helped hire. They had that very scientific IT mind, and but they created something from that was more fulfilling than some corporate job would have done for them. So hope this is helpful in just kind of getting those creative juices going, not being afraid of it, empowering yourself to realize that you can do this. Don't wait till you're in your 30s or almost 40 to realize that you have the power to do so, because it does take some time to make it happen. So if you can start thinking like this in school, by the time you graduate, you'll be on the right path. So good luck to you. And if you have any questions, I think you know where to find me. So good luck, and hope to speak at any of you. Bye.